Voters have given City Councilwoman Helena Moreno a huge promotion yesterday. She won enough votes to avoid a runoff. Sabrina Wilson was assigned to her campaign headquarters and has much more on the huge win.
After a big win, Helena Moreno, the at-large New Orleans City Councilwoman, will become New Orleans' second female mayor.
We cannot afford to fail, and I will not fail you.
She snared enough votes Saturday to avoid a runoff and promises to improve the quality of life in New Orleans by focusing on basic services. She says citizens of New Orleans deserve Super Bowl-type services every day. Moreno will conduct a national search for her chief administrative officer and promises to seek expert help to recruit more NOPD officers. Here's part of what she told me right after she spoke to her supporters.
I've talked to Chief Kirkpatrick a lot about recruiting. We've roughly been stuck at about 941 officers, with recruits included, for the past couple of years. And so I know she's been working on some new initiatives. I told her I'd give her a little bit of time to see if those things pan out. But if not, other cities, what they're doing is they're hiring outside firms, like kind of headhunter firms, to really focus in on the recruitment piece so that they're constantly, calling the candidates and making sure they go all the way through the process. And I think maybe that could be helpful.
Moreno, who was born in Mexico, came to New Orleans years ago to work as a TV journalist and never left. She transitioned to politics. She was elected to the State House of Representatives and represented New Orleans in the legislature for years, and then was elected to the city council as a council person at large. She told me she never imagined that she'd be New Orleans mayor when she arrived here years ago. But early next year, the voters have decided that Helena Moreno will indeed be mayor of New Orleans. I'm Sabrina Wilson, Fox 8 Local First. Back to you.
All right. Thanks to Sabrina for that report. So Moreno won the mayoral race with 54.87% of the vote. She beat the other candidates, Royce Duplessis and Oliver Thomas. Political analyst Mike Sherman says it helped her campaign to get her name out first.
Royce Duplessis, I thought his strongest line in that Fox 8 debate and on the campaign trail was, there's chaos and dysfunction in City Hall, and then we need an outsider to fix it. Well, the voters clearly agreed there's chaos and dysfunction in City Hall. We saw that coming up time and time again. But what they disagreed with Royce Duplessis on is that Helena Moreno was associated with it. So her favorability numbers very strong. Voters not associating her with the chaos, almost looking at her as a voice fighting against the chaos.
So Louisiana Senator Royce Duplessis got 22% of the Orleans Parish votes in the mayoral race, losing to Councilwoman Helena Moreno. Kelsey Davis covered his campaign, has much more on what he will do next.
The campaign did not end as Senator Royce Duplessis and his supporters would have wanted, but Duplessis says he is at peace with the outcome. Duplessis says after prayer with his wife, he assembled his team just 3 months ago to start his campaign. He ends the campaign overwhelmed with gratitude, thankful to his family, friends, team, and supporters. Duplessis says in the democratic process, you have to learn to and be ready to accept the outcome of elections. He says he accepts this outcome of the election and congratulated Mayor-elect Helena Moreno.
This has always been about the people of this city. And I want to tell you all, tonight, I stand here before you without a single regret.
Duplessis told his wife they'd take a vacation after this hard-fought race, but he reiterated that the work of the city is not done and he is not going anywhere.
So I don't look at tonight as a loss. I look at tonight as a step forward in making our city the city that it deserves to be.
Reporting at Messina's on the lakefront, Kelsey Davis, Fox 8, Local First.
All right, thanks to Kelsey for that. In the third place of the mayor's race, Oliver Thomas secured 19% of the votes, initially coming in second place in the Fox 8 poll from September with 16%. So Laura McCoy was stationed at that campaign and has this.
We are here with Councilman Oliver Thomas. Councilman Thomas, how are you feeling after your campaign run?
Man, I'm feeling disappointed. I was supposed to win tonight. But I hope, congratulations to Councilmember Moreno. She won. I hope that means the city wins. So at the end of the day, I lost an election, first election I lost. But I also won. I made history with the charter change with the amendment.
And I was going to ask you about that. How does that feel that you were able to get that path?
I mean, that feels good. So in many ways, lost a political spot, but in terms of the human placing, I won.
And why is that charter change so important to you, if you want to talk about
As a former incarcerated person, someone who spent their time working with formerly incarcerated people with jobs and opportunity before I got elected again, that was important to me and the community I work with.
And moving forward, what's next for Oliver Thomas?
Well, we'll sit down and what's next will be next. I'm not going anywhere. A lot was revealed to me. There's a lot of political, professional, and personal opportunity. But I can tell you, one of the first things I'm going to do, I'm going to spend a lot of time with my family, and I'm going to get back in the woods and do some hunting and fishing.
Okay, and anything you want to tell to your supporters, the people out there who did vote for you? What do you want to say to those people?
New Orleans matters. Thank you. Let's pray for Councilmember Moreno and all the folk who won their offices, and let's hold them accountable, and let's all work together to make this city a city that it deserves to be.
All right, Councilman Thomas, thank you so much. And as you heard him there, he's going to take some time, be with his family. That is what's next for Councilman Oliver Thomas. We are here in New Orleans East. I'm Lauren McCoy, Fox 8, Local First.